Welcome to the Misfit One Lifestyles with Elizabeth Colin. She will awaken and connect with your Misfit One. Are you tired of the ups and downs in your life? Are you ready to live a healthy lifestyle once and for all? We are talking about all aspects of your life. Being fit is not just physical, it's also your mind and soul. Learn how to take steps in your life to move towards your goals. Elizabeth's goal is for everyone listening to the sound of her voice to get fit. Let's get focused, let's get intentional, and let's transform. Now here's your host, Elizabeth Colin.
Hey guys, welcome to another week of Creating Healthy Habits with your girl, Elizabeth. And we will be going over thinking and playing today, which is so fun to me. And I love how I put thinking and playing together because it really does take thinking in order for us to play at this age. And so it's a really funny concept about how we do it. We're going to review last week, check on everybody, see how we're doing. We're going to go into thinking and we're going to really break it down. And I have an exercise for us to do with that. And then we're going to talk about play and work, homework takeaways. Sounds good?
Yes.
All right. We're going to start off with our breathing. We're going to just take a breath. So let's find a comfortable position, feet solid on the floor. I want you to close your eyes or look down to the tip of your nose. I want you to just settle into your vessel, your body, and take a nice deep inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Inhale through your nose. Slow exhale from your mouth. Let go of everything that has happened before this moment. Let go of thoughts that you have after this moment. Realize this moment is for you. I want you to shift your breathing in through your heart and out through your heart. I want you to inhale courage, strength, peace, and exhale negativity, doubt, and fear. Inhale something that made you smile, a feeling of joy, happiness, peace. Let it all out. Feel that happiness and peace vibrate through your whole body. Feel the tingle of your skin, a smile on your lips. Feel as though the sun is shining pleasantly on your face. I want you to take 3 deep inhales and exhales on your own and join us in class. We good?
We good.
Can y'all hear my background? Okay, cool. I have a house full of my cousin is here from Texas today. This for the weekend. And my Laurie, which is my husband's right hand, we call her his office wife, is here today she calls this her Charlotte office. Her Huntersville office. So we usually sitting here and she's sitting in my office, she working, I'm working. And so We got working going on downstairs and working going here. But let's just dive right into our review of the week before we jump into thinking. How was your week, April?
Was a blast, which is nice. Met a guy, which is nice. And working on stuff.
You breaking in and out. I hear.
Okay.
You hear it, Sharon?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Because I'm like, it could be just my computer.
What's wrong with these things?
I just hear like clicking. I think you being recorded by the CIA.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Is this thing?
It's still doing it.
Oh, now it stopped.
Stop.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nope, it's back. It only stopped because you stopped talking. That's funny. Wait, while you do that, let Sharon go. Sharon. How was your week, Sharon?
It was busy, but fun.
Can you tell us more? Were you able to take time for you this week, even if it was a minute?
I'm taking time for me right now.
Yeah.
And let me see what else. It's just been a lot going on.
Right.
It is what it is.
Right.
So let April share all her.
What was no?
Joy.
What was no? You know I'm not going. You know I'm the baby child. I would stick to it. I would make. They like if you don't go away. I'm like, wait. I got one more question. I got one more question. Remember last week, one of the assignments was to try to do 5 to 10 minutes of just, alone time. I appreciate that you got a whole hour in because you come to this. So that's phenomenal. And think about it though. How many people do you know that take a complete hour to themselves in a week? That's like mind-blowing in itself. So for you to do that, kudos. But I'm asking, were you able to do it outside of this, even for a little moment?
Well, as I think about it, there were a couple of nights that I went to bed with no TV, no nothing, just kind of just laid there. Like I was thinking, but I wasn't writing anything down. I was just like having a moment. So I think that can be counted as some time for me to just kind of debrief myself and, reflect on the day and what's happening and what needs to happen, but not like documenting or, making a list for tomorrow and all that kind of stuff. Just thinking it through.
And that's all. Listen, that's great because a lot of times we think of thinking as the cortex of our brain, right? Just something. But, our whole body, our cells, all of our cells think individually, right? They all think on their own. Every cell has a type of conscious, which is phenomenal that you think about it. You never think about it. All we think about of thinking is our brain thinking. But every time we breathe, our lung, our even down to our little the basic DNA have a conscious and is thinking. Right? because in order for our fingers to move, to make the connections that our body and hands and all that, everything in our body is thinking, every cell in our body. So for you to just lay down there, that's great because it gave your body a moment to just woosah.
It was emotional. I shedded a little tear, but then I just went on to sleep eventually. Just
Yo, Sharon, that is progress. And you're not going to say it, but I'm going to share just a little bit how not the whole actions, but you did use the boundaries.
Oh yeah.
This week, and I'm so proud of you. You set boundaries and you were able to do it in a wellness realm, right? Well, it wasn't damaging to you or others. And that was amazing. So you are just kicking butt, but you're like nothing. Right.
Goodness. I got work calling me. I spoke too soon. Y'all gonna have to hold on a minute.
Go right ahead. Go ahead. April, it's your turn. Can you talk now, April? Okay.
Okay, so my week. My week was good. It was a lot of laughs, so that's nice. And
It was a lot of laughs.
yeah, a lot of laughing. Like
That's good. Yeah.
a lot of laughing, a lot of funny, like laughing. And you know, like the normal trying to get stuff done and all that. I got a lot done, but I still have like one or two goals that it's not over. The week is not over. So I still have one or two goals
It's not over.
that I want to get done. So it's fine. Like I think things are good. I met a guy too, so that's good.
Is he a cool guy?
He's a pretty cool guy. I mean, we're getting to know each other, but you know, we'll see. It's very, very promising.
Yeah, that's always a good feeling, you know, of a lot of smiles. That also, isn't it amazing how you could just like we talked about earlier, that sense of happiness, how you feel light and you laugh easier. It's just crazy how we do those things without even being prompt or our body. That's why I'm saying your whole body has a conscious. Our whole body does things without us even saying smile or laugh or right it or breathe. You know, we're not telling it to do that.
Right.
It's doing it on its own. And that's what was so great about learning, is just to pause and to observe and listen to our body without judgment, without, you know, no shoulds or what you should do or what I shouldn't do, and no judgment, just recognizing reoccurring events or patterns in our life and really just streamlining it. That's thinking, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when I used to see this man, this image, what does that bring to you? What do you think of when you see that image?
Yeah, just deep in thought, maybe contemplating type of thing.
Yeah, deep in thought, like, you know, and it's like, I'm thinking when I see him, it's like, dang, it must be rough. That when you put your head down like this right here, you blocking out everything. I'm focusing on what I gotta do. And it's so funny. My grandbaby, who's two, she cooks a lot with my son. So she's cooking something and she want to shake in the stuff. And my son was like, oh, I don't think we want that. And he said, let me see. Let's think about what else we want to do. Should we put salt? And my grandbaby, we on FaceTime, and she goes, And it was so cute because she's never done that before. He was like, is she thinking? She was like she can come up with a sauce, like maybe pepper or maybe. It was so funny. Like we died laughing because again, she's thinking nobody told her to do that.
Mhm.
It's a subconscious thing. And so when we approach that awareness, like we did with our feelings to our thinking, is just such a amazing connection between the body and mind, because we're thinking constantly. It's a constant thing. Everything is thinking. But if we can integrate that function with the body, our mind, and our feelings, it's just one of the most rewarding lives because we're not in the dark all the time.
Mhm. That he did look stressed out. The screen
Yeah.
before. Yeah.
Yeah, to me,
Yeah,
I'm
he
like,
does look stressed out. If I walk past somebody doing that, yeah, he looks stressed out. Yeah.
that's right. You would be like, oh man, like I am the one that will pray for people. Like I put it out when we were in Rome, and we went and to the Vatican because I'm Catholic, and we went there and they had all this stuff out and it was just so magnificent. And at the end, you can go to the mass, whatever. My daughter and I prayed, we did our stuff. And there was this lady bawling, like she was crying and crying, and she was on her knees. And we were walking out, and I just put my hand on her and prayed, and she touched me, and we was walking. I kept going, and I never said anything. And then we got to like the soda shop thing down, and the kids was getting ice cream, and my husband said, "That lady was crying." I said, "Yeah." He said, "You put your hand on her?" I said, then I said, "Yeah." He said, "Did you just pray for her?" I said, "Yeah." He goes, "You're so sweet. You're so..." It was so funny because he was like, like what was going on, but he even saw it because you could tell, like, just like this man, if we were in a place that I could put my hand on you and touch you and let you know that you are not alone, the human touch is one of the most powerful tools.
Absolutely.
You don't have to say anything.
No.
You don't have to say a thing.
And something like that, like I always think about things that are universal, like
Yes,
age, race, it doesn't matter. Any human being that's going through something like that, or like what you walk past, any human being would appreciate just a touch and a prayer, and that's it. Like everybody would,
right. And nobody that's deep in thought or that crush was, "What you touching me for?" Because we are searching for help. Help me. Help. Hello. And I think that unless we can appreciate how powerful our thoughts are, direct connect to our reality, it's really hard. We are doomed. We really are doomed because our unconscious exists on the things that we feel are automatic responses. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I had to repeat it in my head, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Because we automatically, it's bad, the horse got bad. That becomes our automatic responses. Our unconscious will still go to that. It will draw on that automatically. But if we stop, no judgment, no nothing, and really listen to what's going on, we can kind of sit in the moment and be able to, how our body was feeling with our, like we were saying, if we're mad, we feel tight. So if we just sit for a moment and we tight and we this, and no judgment, we shouldn't be mad. Why are you mad? We even shouldn't be mad. But, oh, okay. I feel, okay, this is what's going on. Sit in the moment and let it roll on, right? And that's what's the whole thing about the whole mind, body, irrigation. So everything is together as one. And that's why we talk about the whole body experience. And what's crazy about it is your mind could be your best friend or your greatest enemy.
Yeah. We have a choice. We always have a choice.
Always have a choice. So like I have my assistant. Wait, don't look at the internet. Close your eye. Hold on, see if I can put it. Okay, so here it is. The 4 changes of habits, which is on our thinking, right? We have a cue. So let's say one of the things you want to do is move more, work out more. The first cue we have to do is like put on our tennis shoes, right? So that's a cure. I mean, the cue for you, like, oh, I'm putting on my workout clothes. I'm going to go and work out, right? So once we get to our workout, that's our craving. Our craving is the desire to be healthier, right? This is what we are craving. I want to live healthier. So in order to fulfill that craving, we have to have a cue. Put our workout clothes on. Oh, I know I got to work out, baby, because that, right? So you just to go and fulfill that craving. And the response of your body, it has to be a response that you feel, even if it's the dopamine, right? The action, the adrenaline, or the way we respond to it. And then it goes around to our reward. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So for instance, right in your class, the cue may be to make sure that you have your desk ready, or wherever you're writing that is information at. You have your paper, your computer, you have your outline. That's your cue. Oh, when I see this, it's time for me to get to this stuff. All right. Right? That's your cue. And so when you get there, you start to, because your desire is to complete. The craving is, I really would love to have a book, I got to get this. This is I'm craving that.
Right.
So what is the cue to make you move towards that? So you want action. Action is different from momentum or movement, right? Momentum and movement is where we are studying for something. We took a class on it. We did this. We're getting a little momentum. It's some kind of motion, but it's not producing anything. So I want to work out. So I go and talk to a personal trainer, but I didn't actually work out. So a lot of times we get stuck in that motion because it does release endorphins in our brain, like we're doing something. But in actuality, we really are not.
Right.
So we have to put the action into it. We crave one thing, but we do it all the time for bad stuff, right? If we're craving chips.
Potato chips.
I will go get them goddamn potato chips. Right? Yes, I will go get them. I'm like, it's not a problem. I will go get them. So we just have to start thinking of it a different way in our brain.
Okay. I never thought of it like that. Like the same way you go through the stages when it's something bad, go through those stages when it's something good.
Correct. Because it doesn't take a long strenuous. Remember we talked about Kaizen steps. Baby steps will definitely change your life.
Yeah.
It really will. You don't have to do this, we all write out our goals. That's great. But what we focus on is that like, oh, I'm gonna lose 100 pounds. That's my goal. But what are your actions? Focus on the process. The process is the money maker. Process is where everything happens. So set yourself up for success. If you know that you're going to talk on that phone and I'm going to say, I'm going to do this, take the phone out of the room. You know what I'm saying? Make it more difficult to do, like me with chips. If I want chips, I can't have it in the house. I would have to go to the store. Now, am I really willing?
Sometimes.
And sometimes I do. Yes.
Yeah.
Sometimes
but it's harder. Yeah.
It's harder, right? You want to start eating more apples and oranges and bananas. Do a big, beautiful bowl of fruit and put it in the center of your kitchen, right? So every time you walk in, you go, oh, you're more likely to do that than, because it's there. Make it easy on yourself. So a lot of times people say being structured is too restraining. I feel too restricted. But actually it gives you more freedom because now you don't have to think about it. So usually we get overwhelmed in the thinking process. Oh, I'm hungry. What I need to eat? I'm so starved. I'm hungry. Oh, McDonald's.
Yeah.
But if we add stuff already cut up in the refrigerator, if I already cut up my lettuce and tomatoes and onions, and all I have to do is throw it, I don't have to think about it anymore. Same with writing. Take the cues, get your stuff all prepared, put out your book, have your software open. Then oh, it's time for me to do this. It's my cue. And then go in, right? And you just doing it over and over. And a habit is only something that we do because we have plenty of habits. We all have habits. It's just something that we do on a routine basis. That's our habit. So we can make them good habits or unhealthy habits. So it's a really crazy thing. Our mind truly could be your best friend or your greatest enemy. What are you thinking?
Me?
Yes.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I agree with what you said about structure because the old me, I really didn't have any and I didn't see the value in that. But now I think somebody that is able to do that, I think that's so awesome. Someone that knows their time management and they know how to put stuff in the calendar. And I just think that's so great now at this part of my life. But I wasn't taught that and I didn't appreciate that a long time ago. So I get that part. And then this definitely the part about, your mind, because it really can. I know a guy that's just troubled. Like he's freaking troubled. And it's him. It's only him that's jacking himself up because it's the way that he thinks of things.
Right. Absolutely. And that's exactly what I was going to say. The things that we think about over and over is what we produce. That's what the energy we're putting out. That's what we're going to get in. And it is a practice. It's difficult. Like, okay, so every morning I do meditation. And then I do my devotional. Now, I was a little stank to my husband this morning, right? But God be watching listen. So my husband and I hold hands in our sleep. It's an automatic, like we put our hand on and we hold hands. Or we'll touch each other's leg and I'll put my hand. We hold hands. Last night, I kept like hitting his leg. He didn't hold my hand. I'm thinking, but you sleep. Yeah. But you still are aware, like, what's going on? So this morning he tried to give me a hug. Now I'm very aware that you didn't hold my hand all night. Now I'm being stank. So he gets up and say, good morning, babe. And I'm like, He was like, well, trying to give me a hug. I said, oh no, I'm not going to give you a hug. He was like, why? I said, because I tried to hold your hand all night and you did not hold my hand. He was like, yeah, I felt you, which was the wrong thing to say. Just say, I didn't feel you. He was like, yeah, I felt you, but I was like stressed or whatever last night, or I was whatever. I was really stressed. And I said, well, again, like we talked about earlier, you don't have to say nothing. That's why I could tell something, but it's a physical touch, right? It's a physical touch. Where after he was like, yeah. And so he's like, okay, can I have a hug? I said, no.
You're like, I'm not ready now.
No. So I want you to see how it feels to want some affection or to be touched. And I said, no. So he was like, all right, I got to get up and go to the work. I said, okay. And he got up and started doing. So I started reading my devotion. What was my devotion about? Treat others the way you want to be treated. And then my smart butt was like, well, obviously he want me to treat him like that because he did it to me. Right? That's how I said it. But it says, it doesn't matter how they treat you. You treat them the way you want to be treated. Oh, I was like, oh, God. I got to be obedient. I got to be obedient. So
you know better.
I know better. And I shouldn't be stank just because you stank. So I got up and I gave him a big hug and a kiss and say, have a great day at work. But me, myself was like, no, I'm going to show you what it feel like. Like when you reach out for my hand, I'm not going to hold your hand. When you try, but that's so petty.
Right. It's not like it's all the time.
It's not. But it was the timing of everything was so amazing. That's what I'm saying. You know, what you put out is what you receive. And it's crazy because I needed that.
Today,
at that very moment, I needed it. And I was like, oh, God, okay, I'm going to be obedient. Yeah. Even though I want to be like, bye.
right.
Right? So one of the ways we can reprogram our mind, because it really is our thinking, and it's like a computer. We store everything.
Wait, can you go back to that last one? I'm going to take a picture of it. I'm going to send it to that guy I'm thinking about.
Okay, yes. Can you see it without our picture?
No, but it's okay.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, because we sit back with that, and what's crazy about it is, how do we change that? How do we stop that cycle? Because before we even open our eyes, before we even step out of the bed, we already thinking, boy, this is gonna be a bad day. I got so much to do. It's gonna be busy. It's gonna be blah, 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 and you're not even up yet. So I call affirmations like resets. It's like a reset in your computer, right? And even though we didn't do our thing, we couldn't get it together, but we write it down because we have so much power with our mind and hand connection, our fingers, ourselves. So I am at peace. I am uniqueness. This is just some sort of, examples of affirmations. And then I go even a step further. I would say a couple of steps further. I write each one of them out at least 10 times. And not like when I used to get in school and I had to write standards 100 times. I will stop talking in class. I would be like, I will, stop, talk. No, we can't do that. We can't. Isn't that funny how they made us do that? Did y'all have to do that when y'all was in school? You probably.
I think, I remember people having to do that. I mean, real talk, I remember telling my son to do it once.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever had to, but I know that was a
Of
thing.
course you didn't.
I don't think I did ever have to.
I was the queen of writing standards. Like, okay, I will not, chew, gum, in, class. As I'm chewing gum, right?
Like, this is not working.
There's something is not right with your system because I would do it. But, to write it completely out, I am at peace. I am at peace 10 times, whatever it is, 10 times is the magic number. And you will find that every time you're writing it out, you get how your body feels. You get more confident in what you're writing. You're feeling it. You believe in it. Because at first you write it and it's like, oh, okay, sure. But it is definitely a reprogramming of your brain. Do you write affirmations?
Not a lot.
Yeah, because
Mhm.
just try it this week. Try to, and
Okay.
what I do is, like I said, I say, I always thankful because that's who I am. I put gratitude and I said, thank you, God, for an example, when we came to my house. And we went to go and just see it, right? We put in an offer. And then we got home. I immediately wrote, it's on the side of my refrigerator right now. I said, thank you, God, for blessing us with our new home at then the address, right? So you thank God for whatever it is you want to manifest. Thank you, God, for this, for making $3,000 a month. Thank you, God, for making $10,000 a month, right? And I end it with grace and ease.
With what now?
Grace and ease. So I say, thank you, God, for the new opportunities that I get. Look, girl, I'm gonna read one because I be detailed with mine. Look at my folder. And I would do it every morning like it was my job. Yes. Okay. One of the things that I would say was, I was born to deliver value and service with strength and ease. Thank you, God, for unlimited abundance that you send me with grace and ease. Right? So I did all that because I didn't want to, I don't want to struggle for stuff. Look, I'm not on the struggle bus.
I'm with you.
I want to have it. I say, thank you, God, for sending me amazing opportunities and giving me the strength to deliver. Right? So I did those things and I would write it 10 times out. And it would be in my, over and over, and then I would go to the next one. So I would have at least probably 3 to 5 at the same time. And I wrote it out like it was my job. And when I did it in the morning, how it really affected, because I was so depressed. I was so down. I didn't know nobody. I didn't have no job. I didn't know, like I was lost. And I needed to reset my mind because it was stuck in the loop of negativity.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So writing affirmations is an amazing way of retraining your brain. Again, all these things are practice. Keep in mind, whatever we've been doing this way for 40 years or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I've been doing it for 50 years. So it's going to take time to reprogram our mind. And when I say reprogram our mind and the way we're thinking, and it's also the same with our play. Because as a kid, we were able to play, right? That was literally our job, was to play. But they told us, once you become an adult, playtime is over. And then we believed that. Like, oh, you're right. I'm an adult. I don't have time to play. Or we are adults, so we don't have time to play until the weekend. Can't wait till the weekend because it's going to be, oh, I get to play. I get to do everything. But Monday through Friday, you're stuck in a loop of drum, go to work, give us stuff, do my thing, go to work. You know what I'm saying? It's a loop. Why can't we play during the week? How do you think play would impact your dimensions, your wellness will? Right?
We can play during the week.
We can play during the week. You're good at it.
Yeah.
You're really good at it. That was very hard for me because I would have no fun during the week. Like, nope, I'm sorry, I can't do anything on a weekday, but let me do stuff on the weekend. This one was a hard one for me. But then I'm like, oh, and you can play at work. You can have fun with the people at your job. You can insert it in so many ways. So people relate to play differently. When you hear play, what do you think about, April?
I just think about like fellowshipping time. Yeah, that's kind of what I think about. Fellowshipping time, catching up, just where it isn't I don't know, because like you said, sometimes my work I integrate play even into my work sometimes, but I'll say fellowshipping time because that can happen. It does happen in my chair sometimes, or just downtime, like meeting someone for dinner, or even a phone call, a catch up phone call, or
Right.
you know, yeah. I try to integrate it a lot.
Yeah, you're really good at it. Here's some ways that you could integrate it in work, which is so cool. You could do play breaks, not just rewards, right? Brainstorming sessions, collaborating on the same or different projects, contests and challenges, work in a new environment, mind mapping. Do you guys do mind mapping?
I learned that, but I don't know exactly right now.
Yeah, I can put, I'll show you. And then
Okay.
take a mental health day, dance break, play some music, self-care break, get a little massage. Bring your kids to work day, even though that wasn't very fun for me. Sit your ass down. Nah, they had a good time because they really enjoyed taking. And theme of the days, right? You can do theme days at work. And that way, everybody in the office can be willing to be kid-like and play. So it's not just you, work environment for everybody, but a work environment that everybody could share in. You can do things where you, what's on your list, you can integrate with your work to be more functional, creative, engaging, and resilient. Make sense?
Yeah, good stuff.
So enjoy is enjoy. Like we have to insert the enjoy because, life happens. That we don't have to search for those bills. We don't have to search for sorrow. We don't have to search for hardship. It comes. That's life. But you do have to search for happiness. You do have to go out and make yourself a priority in some sorts of happiness. My dad told me that when I was a little kid, like 5 or 6. You listen, baby, in this world, you got to find your own happiness. You have to search for that. because happiness don't generally knock on your door. Hey, there's happiness. Let me in. No, right? And I think of happiness as things that's happening at the moment. Happiness based off of moment, and joy lives within. Right? So here's some things that people have came up with over the list of talking about things that they like to do on an everyday menu, like we were saying about being cues or being prepared. You can have a list like this that's already kind of written up, and then you go, oh, yeah, I'm gonna do this today. Oh, yeah, silently quiet reading in the same room. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna do that today. That's something I could throw in today, right? Make it something with my hands. So just have a menu out there that you can pick from instead of thinking of what can I do that is fun? Right? I think it's so funny how the stuff that they came up with, I just love it. Being at home with the soup on the stove and sweet music, feeling.
Yeah, I'm reading through them.
Yeah, snuggling on the couch with a beloved in front of and snap. I love that stuff, you know?
Fresh flowers.
Yeah.
Sitting quietly reading in the same room with a loved one. Amazing.
That is awesome. Yes. I just thought it's so amazing what other people come up with. So this week, I want you to make up your menu. That was what I would like you guys to do, is to come up with the favorite things menu. Some of your favorite things. Here are a few of my favorite things. And then, how you could implement that. That's just your menu. You pull it up, save it on your phone, like, okay. Somebody put rosewood incense, and I love we talked about that before. I love my thing. I'm going to put this on I still haven't done that. Y'all, please forgive me, Lord. Put in group.
I never smelled rosewood incense. I have to order some.
Rosewood, I don't know what it smells like either.
And I don't know what that music is too. I'll have to look that music up. Japanese shakuhachi.
Yeah, flute music. Shakuhachi.
Right.
Shakuhachi flute music. Yeah. We have been listening to some music. It's by a Indian woman, and it is beautiful. We have it playing. It's so beautiful. But, and then to recap our stages of habit and all those things. So the homework is to write out your favorite things.
Mm-hmm.
Also to see how we can integrate play to our workday. Oh, affirmations.
Mm-hmm.
So choose 1 to 3 different things to write down 10 times. Right? And then let's talk about our takeaways. What did you glean from this week?
I wrote down, because it was about playing work. So I wrote down, I jotted down how there are stages for doing bad things, but I need to do those stages for the good things the same way the bad things happen so easily and naturally.
Right.
And then I wrote affirmations, and I wrote a couple of like prompts for that, for the affirmations. And then Yeah, and that was it. And then making sure I do my favorite things list.
Okay, yeah. Because it's great because the reason we can do what they consider bad habits is that because it's
I don't even think about it. I mean, I do think about
correct.
tiny
And
things,
it's
but
easy. It's convenient.
easy.
It's
That's
very
what,
easy.
yeah.
So just think about it. If we get ourselves for easy habits for the things that are good for us, no stopping us. We have no excuse
No.
because it's all laid out. We have our computer set up. We got our time up. We put our distractions away. You want to make it easy to do the things that we crave to do.
Right.
Right? So we don't get it. I can't wait. Oh, sorry, ladies. I could hear some of your conversation trying to finalize this. Spoke too soon on this is my time.
The things that
Like I was saying earlier, I hear you, girl. There's no problem. But we just take that phone, put it away. And I have to do that for a lot of things, just remove the temptation. It's again, we talked about it in the beginning. Our environment is so important to our well-being, and we can create the environment to enhance that or be a detriment to it. So I'm glad Thinking and Playing was a great, I really love it because I think I love how all the dimensions are falling together, our feelings, our thinking, and where we more aware of our feelings. And it is just, we moving right along. And I'm so proud of you guys. Sharon, even for you being here on that time, I'll take it. That's your time, boo. All right, my God. Talk to you later. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
Okay,
Great.
bye.
Bye.
Until next time, you guys, live fit.
I hope you enjoyed this episode of Misfit One Lifestyles. Listen, when you are fed up and sick and tired of living this stifled, overwhelmed, and overstressed life, and you're ready to live the fullest, richest, and healthiest life by gaining more confidence, more energy, and more clarity, living in your best self, you know what to do, right? Go ahead, go to my website, misfit1.com. Sign up for our online courses, Creating Healthy Habit, so that you too can live fit, focus, move with intention, and transform your life.